There are some coaches, they can't manage big name players. They can't. But there are some coaches, Charlie, they'll give it to you there.
As Africans, it's like we not Nigeria, as Africans, we prioritize expatriate coaches.
Yes.
This same guy, Finidi, will leave Nigeria and will go somewhere and do wonders.
This is Africa. Let's forget what is going on in Apti and all that. This is our culture. Look, you can't talk to an elder man like that. No matter what. The fans were commenting about him on social media. I think he was a bit triggered. That was why he came out there to vent his anger. So I believe that if the coach really said that, then the coach was so wrong to put it out there in the press. We are in Africa here. There are times that even our parents, they will do something and they are wrong. But can you open your mouth and tell them that? That's how we're brought up in Africa.
Yes.
So no matter who you are, Osimhen, you can trace your root back to Africa. And in Africa, you don't talk to an elderly person like that. Osimhen, you were born in 1998. Finidi George is more like a father to you.
Excuse me.
We are in Africa. Look, I know that
some elderly people, they don't deserve some respect.
No, you don't do that. He even called him Finidi. Like he called him like Finidi as if he's his colleague.
I remembered one time Napoli posted a coconut video of Osimhen.
Spalletti sacked him. Did he talk back at Spalletti? Stand to record whether Coach Finidi has actually admitted if he had done that or not. No, but even if he has done that, look, Osimhen acted unprofessionally.
No. If he had even come out to say it on a very soft note, it could have passed. But he was very hard on the coach.
Yeah.
Saying all sorts of things.
And the African thing, you are an African boy, he's your father, no matter what he has done, there was a way you could have approached him. And Finidi having those foreign distance would have even apologized to you first. And then that's it.
All right, guys, welcome to another exciting episode of the PHS Football Podcast. Today, we are talking about Victor Osimhen versus Finidi George. What is happening? You remember we talked about the Nigeria, issues, the Nigeria game against Benin where Nigeria lost. Apparently, there are deeper cracks in Nigerian football than we thought. And quite recently, there have been a lot of, issues left, right, center. The latest being Osimhen going live on, I don't know whether IG or is it
IG,
and lambasted Finidi George for something he heard or saw. I'm not sure. We are going to be talking about that and also why Finidi George has resigned as Nigerian coach at this moment. As usual, I have my panelists in the studio. The number one, the undisputed Zapata.
What's that? So you wanted to go with a gunshot?
No, that's AK-47 Phil Foden. This one is yes.
That was Zapata.
Zapata.
All right, as usual, we have the doctor himself. Dr. Farm is in the building. The analyst, the man with the facts and figures. Dr. Farm is in the building. And we have, I don't know whether I should call him the antagonist of Zapata.
Zapata is not the
Abdul Basit is in the building.
The best player of the season was benched 90 minutes. First time in.
Okay, guys, my name is Prince Abdan, and you're welcome to today's podcast. Today, we're talking about Nigerian football. Quite unpleasant news. Finidi George has resigned. I think after 2 games.
Yes. No, I think 4 games.
4 games.
Yes.
All right, 4 games. Yeah. So apparently he resigned because the Nigerian Football Federation wanted to appoint a technical advisor to him, which for him he felt wasn't really necessary, and they were just trying to interfere in his work. So he resigned.
Yes.
I don't know what you make of that resignation. First of all, before we come to Osimhen's his issues with Osimhen and all of that.
So I think Nigeria, they are going through what Ghana we also went through during the World Cup and the AFCON.
Yeah.
You when Otuado was, they appointed Chris Hughton as the technical advisor. And that thing, indirectly, you are undermining the coach's ability. You feel like, because one, you have technical, you also have assistant coaches.
Yes.
So I think that one alone is the reason. Maybe that's the angle in which Coach Finidi George probably saw it. He saw it as if like, you are undermining, because after 4 games, I won 1. I drew 1 and I lost 2, right? Or I drew 2 and I lost 1. Yeah, I think it's 1. I stand to be corrected. Do 4 games, 1 win, 2 draws, and 1 defeat. So after that, immediately you appoint the technical director. Indirectly, you are sending a message to him. But I don't think. I think that's also one of the reasons. And I feel like the manager.
You know who they were bringing as a technical?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Conceição, how did it?
Is it
the Cameroonian?
Okay.
I think former Cameroonian coach. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, a former Cameroonian coach.
So that was it. So
Conceição.
Exactly. So I think that's one of the reasons. I also believe that he finds it very difficult working with big name players. You know, we have coaches like the last time I spoke about it, I was like, one of the traits I like about Ancelotti is the fact that no matter how big you are, he can be able to manage you. And you know, let's be fair, in Africa currently, Nigeria, they have one of the stars in Africa. Yeah, in Africa, they have the star players there. Top players. So working with them is very, very, very difficult, especially the players knowing very well that you are not that experienced in this managerial job. They'll definitely make it very difficult for you. So I think those are the 2 reasons. I believe that because of the appointments of the technical director and also because of his lack of ability, his inability to work with these big name players, it has so pushed him to resign. It feels like the players are giving him a lot of tough time. If you ask me, that's what my take will be.
Yeah.
For Finidi George, I feel like he should have retired the day Nigeria lost that game.
Which
resigned.
He should have resigned.
The Mali game.
Yeah, the Mali game. I know. It's not
Mali.
Benin. The day Nigeria lost that game, because you could see clearly that the players, after the game, like, he just left the pitch without shaking guys, like, motivate. You see, sometimes when the coach lose, you have to. He just left the pitch, and it's like there is separation in the dressing room.
Yes,
I feel
he lost the dressing room.
Some separation is there. So if you are not working together as a team, how can you proceed? And another video popping up about him again. You see all these controversies. So I'm not surprised that he has resigned. I'm not surprised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me come to you.
For me, I would say it's the pressure from the fans and he losing the dressing room. And Nigeria they have to get someone, an experienced coach who can like coach stars, like a team with so many stars. Not every coach can coach them. They have to get someone that who let's say like equally like has done something within his coaching career. So if a player is going to disrespect him, he will know that, oh, this is my coach, he has done this, he has done that. So do you get it? And Nigeria, we all know they're like the pressure from the fans too. They need results.
It's like Ghana.
Yes, they need results. And since they appointed him, he won only 1 match. It was only 1 match. He lost 2 and drew 1.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
So definitely there will be pressure on him. So he resigned and they should get someone more experienced who can help them very well.
For me, my take on this is that I am one who always go for indigenous coaches because I feel that this is a game for Africa, so it should be controlled by us. It should be, we should be able to see ourselves manning every aspect of the game. But I think I don't know whether sometimes is lack of top coaches or quality coaches that makes us want to go for expatriate coaches, because the technical advisor they are bringing, they stated in the release that he was going to be an expat or a foreign coach. So I remember during the time of Senegal's coach Cissé, when there was this AFCON, they went and they actually couldn't make any headway. And a lot of people were calling for his sack. And I remember having a serious fight with somebody because of that. Because I'm one of the people who believe that sometimes if you want our own to be able to do better, we just have to give them the opportunity to learn and also progress. I'm not saying he has done well with the games he has played, but appointing a technical advisor over him, I think for me it wasn't just the right
No, but to me, I feel like they should have even fired him. I think firing him is not. You should
fired Finidi.
Yes. Look at the group they are in. They shouldn't be in the position they are in now, right now.
But the point I'm coming from is the fact that yes, they shouldn't be there. But how about give him that opportunity
to finish them? They still have
certain countries.
In
you
the
can't
exactly
use them
in the World
for,
Cup.
let's
In
say,
the World Cup,
an
they are
experiment.
group. They right now the best Nigeria can get will probably be second. So look, it's better you sack him and start working towards that thing, because if you leave him, and here's the case, he has lost the dressing room. So why do you even keep him?
Well, for me, I think a lot of things led to all of that. A lot of things led to him even losing the dressing room as well. Because sometimes, there's a lot of politics that we don't get to know of that cause a lot of these issues. And for me, as I said, you remember they sacked a coach. They sacked one coach before he was appointed.
That coach did very well. Yeah, the coach.
So why did they sack him?
So I think he just lost the final. You see, there's Nigeria. Nigeria is like Chelsea. They have this. They don't spare. They don't waste their time. If you just mess up, they are sacking you.
Okay.
You understand? So Nigeria is not a team that you can go and experiment. They have other stars.
Yes.
They have the stars in there.
And for me, if you see the coach for like, I don't know, sometimes his lineups, it doesn't tally with.
Yeah, I just feel like, I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but I just feel like the Nigerian job was too big for him.
Big for him.
At
Because
this
unless
stage-
he came from one of the Nigerian leagues, right?
At this stage, it's too big for him, to be honest. Look, the star players, you can't
You can't manage them.
You can't manage them.
Well, I think it's
So me firing him is the best decision they can take,
No, he
because
has-
they
he
still
has
have the
already-
chance.
he's already
Even
resigned,
these
yeah.
people, Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace sacked a coach. It's like after 4 or 6 games. They knew that the way things are going, if we don't change things right now,
why then did they go for him in the first place? What did they see?
it's an interview. It happens.
Appoint you as for
No,
you to,
I mean, when there's this school, they go for interviews.
No, I know, but didn't they?
Good.
Didn't
So
they
it's
see-
possible that he passed the interview and things. It happens.
No, but the interview shouldn't just be about what you say. It should have. It should be
Yes,
about
and you
what
have the.
your
That's
work.
why we are saying that he's a good coach, all right. But you see, the Nigerian team, they have stars in the team. It's too big for him to manage.
Too big for him.
Well,
It's too big. Or Zabata, it's too big for him to manage.
Zapata, what's your take?
I think the coach, if you watch his football career, you realize that he played this
Managerial career, or what?
no football
Okay,
like
he
as
was
a
a
player.
former super
Yes.
player.
As a
And
former
I think
player,
he's
he played
a legend,
Ajax in some clubs. And you see, you watch his football career. He hasn't, apart from Ajax. Sorry not to disrespect other countries, other clubs. Apart from Ajax, that's the highest club he has played for.
But he
So-
wants to back up with Ajax also. It's like he won one. Okay,
yeah,
but
that's
you
what I'm saying.
continue.
That apart from Ajax, that's the highest club he has played for. So you see, sometimes I always say this: when you are going to pick a coach, sometimes you watch the kind of clubs he has played, how big players react. Sometimes when you see how the big boys react during club level, even national level, see when you see how big boys react, you could relate to them. When you are with them, you know how they feel. When there is a problem, you know how to communicate.
Yeah.
But here in the case, you play in a normal team, you are a fan of losing. Sorry, you are a fan of losing. You are a fan of doing stuff like that. It will automatically affect you.
No, but
going
I
on.
think he's one of
one of the
Nigerian's,
most successful
Nigerian
players. Yes,
footballers.
he has won a lot.
Even in the country,
you can
as
be
a
a good
yeah.
footballer.
No,
Your
but you-
We're not
coaching
talking
aspect.
about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We are talking about the point he's making.
Yes. So
You get
That
what
one
I'm
I don't
trying to
agree
say?
with. I don't agree with Zapata on that
He's
one.
one of the
I don't
like,
agree
most
with you on
even
that one.
on in country. He's one of their
He
top
has-
legends.
I'm telling you.
He was
what
one of
I'm
their
trying to say,
legends,
you guys
You know, I told you that the first ever JC I owned
Yeah.
as a kid was Finidi George. My mom bought it for me. So
Yeah.
growing
So
up,
me-
he was the only footballer I knew.
Yeah.
Finidi
So if you are
George.
talking about he played with like some of the top Nigerian legends we know now.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
That
So, yeah.
he playing. He should be able to
Manage.
Yeah.
able to
No,
manage those
but
big
he
guys.
just started coaching.
Because
he started
That's what I'm
last
saying.
year,
With all due respect to
2023.
him, me, look, to
In
be
the
very
Nigerian
honest,
league.
growing up, he was the first footballer I knew. Because of that JC, he was the star during that time. But the point is that the Nigerian team, the national team,
They don't
is too
need-
big for
it's too
him.
big for him.
At this moment.
This is the second team he's coaching. Do you get it?
I don't know which club he came
He
from.
came from the Nigerian league.
You see,
a
so-
team from the Nigerian league. So after
Do you know me? I didn't even know he was appointed there. I just saw Finidi George. I was like, wow, my man is now the coach of. Yeah.
So what I was trying to say is that you see the kind of teams he played, and like he's
There were
done
no
with
stars
football.
there.
Yeah. No, there were stars. He played with Ayas, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to say that like with that experience, he should be able to like
manage.
manage
Manage
these
players.
guys. So there shouldn't be a case that he doesn't know how to manage big guys, big dogs.
No. It can happen. You know why I'm saying this? When did he quit? When did he stop playing football?
2000. 2020, sorry.
2020. Osimhen was
2004.
2004, right?
2004.
And Osimhen was born around 1998. And the other players, most of them, they don't even know who he is. So until it's like, sometimes you can just enter a park. Maybe you enter an RTU game and you see a legend seated there, and that player was a legend. But because you didn't know him, you will not even recognize the person. I don't know whether you understand. So the time Finidi George was Finidi George, these big players, most of them, they were not even born. So they will not really appreciate him for who he is, because at the end of the day, it was videos they watched about Finidi George and all those things. So it's different. And currently, most of the money, look, let's talk about even money. Some of them, the money they can even make in a year is even more than what Finidi George has probably even earned in a career.
Yeah.
They make money. And the Nigerian players, they are big boys. They are not small boys. Niger boys, big boys. So you understand. So even money. Charlie, let's look at how we treat people when they don't have money. Let's just try and look at it from that other angle. I know it's actually a very bad thing, but these players, they are more famous than Finidi George. They have more money than Finidi George. They have everything more. So it's difficult coaching unless it's somebody who has the balls. To actually manage these big boys. Managing big name players is not an easy task. It's not. Easy. There was this coach Barcelona once appointed, Setien, from Betis. And there's an insiders that they were like, sometimes when he makes his starting at 11, the big boys will sit down, Busquets and Messi and Co. That one, they were just rumors. They decide how they want to play. You don't have any say there because they are big boys. What was it? Something Setien, Kike Setien also. What have you achieved? You've not achieved anything. And you want to manage Messi, Suarez, and Busquets and co. You understand? So it counts. Players there are some coaches, they can't manage big name players. They can't. But there are some coaches, Charlie, they'll give it to you there. A typical example is Arteta. When Arteta came into Arsenal, that was one of the things that was dragging Arsenal behind. And what did he do? He managed to push all those big boys out, but with the support from the board. You understand? So if the FA had also supported Finidi in a way, he could have been able to push the new coach of Algeria. What did he do? When he came, he benched. He didn't even give Mahrez a call-up because he said, "Look, it's high time we move past Mahrez and Co." Some of them, it's difficult managing these big boys. They make things very difficult for you. Let's be honest. Yeah. Let's be very honest.
Zapata.
So as I was saying, Finidi George, like the way and manner his football career has been and entering into the coaching career, I'm not expecting him to come and someone with, even though he started his coaching career from the Nigerian. I'm not expecting him to come and one player will just disrespect you. I just don't know if you understand me. Make orders and like because you are, if not anything, you're a country legend.
You see, I get you, but I'm saying that look, it's not that they are disrespecting him. Managing big boys is difficult. You and Kasa, you feel like you may even feel intimidated.
But that's the point he's making. With regards to that, is George, like, is Finidi that will make them understand that I'm the one who's a big guy. I don't know. Get it.
Okay,
whether you have money,
sometimes as a big boy, you need not introduce yourself. Look, you need to walk in.
Excuse me to say, if let's say Okocha was to be in the same position,
they can't try that.
Can they do that?
They can't try that on Okocha.
They can't do that.
I'm even sure there are a lot of people, it's their first time of even hearing Finidi. But Finidi is a legend. Finidi is a big legend, but people hardly they don't know him. Some of them probably the year Finidi even could, most of them that was the year they were even born. And managing it, they don't know. We don't really appreciate legends like that. We don't appreciate legends. You guys go and see, like it happens in everywhere. Africa, entertainment industry, everywhere. Okay. We don't really appreciate legends like that.
Well, for me, I think the Nigeria should just, because for me, like the thing of like always looking out for expatriate coaches, always trying to look elsewhere for talent. For me, I think we as Africans we should work with what we have. We should try and make our.
But Prince, in all fairness, Nigeria is one of the countries in Africa that they've given opportunity to local coaches.
So that's what I'm saying. So they should continue.
No. But Prince, what Finidi was doing, though I don't. What Finidi was doing, if I'm the
but Finidi is not the only Nigerian indigenous coach in Nigeria.
You don't. I understand. They gave him the job.
Yeah.
Look at them. They are not doing anything in the
doing-
But that's
qualifiers.
what I'm
So
saying.
why even keep
That's
him?
what
Let
I'm
him
saying.
go.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
If he goes, he's not the only indigenous coach in Nigeria.
So you feel they should go and bring another in?
Yes, they
I
should-
don't.
they should.
I no, that one.
They
Depend.
should- they should-
I'll
they
not.
should.
I'll not really pinpoint and tell them to go and do. But they've been successful with the white man.
You mean they've not
Raw
been
too.
successful
Okay, in
with
a way,
any
because he took them to
local-
the final.
You mean they've not been successful with
No,
any
they
local coach?
no, they have. We know this guy, the coach that passed away. Is it Steven something Kishi or so? I think he passed away. He coached them and they won the AFCON with him.
Yeah, so-
I'm saying that that thing that we don't give indigenous coaches that one. Look, if we talk about other countries, but not Nigeria.
I'm not saying they don't give.
Okay.
I'm not saying they don't give.
Yes.
I started my how do you call it, my argument on the premise that as Africans, it's like we not Nigeria, as
Yeah.
Africans, we prioritize expatriate
Yes,
coaches.
yes.
You get it? So what I'm trying to say is that Nigeria, like, yes, he hasn't done well. Everybody agrees. It's you see, coaching is I don't know how to put it, but it will shock you. Kwesi Appiah, he's doing wonders in Sudan.
Yeah.
But he's an expatriate.
No, but
He's
but
a
he's
foreign-
an African.
He's an
No,
African. What we are trying
The
to
point
say
I'm
is
trying to
African
make
coaches,
is that
not foreign coaches.
this same guy Finidi will
Yeah.
leave Nigeria and will go somewhere and do
Yeah, but he did terrible in Ghana.
You get it?
Sometimes
So-
let's consider something.
Not really
If
terrible. He
the
tried.
Nigerian
He took
squad
us to
Siki
it.
Akon.
with the Nigerian
Oh,
squad,
she is better than Siki Akon.
with the Nigerian squad, it's not the time to come and do your
Experiment. But no, look,
But
they
no
mean
country
business.
wants
oh.
experiment.
No country has
No country
experiment.
wants
There's
experiment. Which country
Central
wants
African
experiment?
Republic, they are experimenting.
Why-
Their
why-
coach mentioned it. Their coach said, I'm coming. Their coach
Yeah.
said that their dream is not to play, to qualify for the World Cup. Oh. They are trying their luck. It's AFCON they want. They are trying their. No, there are some countries say, look, it's a must. It's news.
Yeah,
You must
Nigeria,
make it. Look at the
it's a
group they are
must.
in. You are with Chad and Benin and
Some
Co.
of
And
these,
you are fit for
some of
them.
these people,
Look at your squad.
They say these things for psychological reasons.
Yeah, but like they are like
Trust
Pep
me,
Guardiola
if they say these things because they just want to get into your head,
into your head. So
they
Prince,
don't mean it one
Prince,
bit.
I'm telling you, Prince. If
They should have stopped and be playing
Prince,
friendly matches.
if you were the Nigerian FA,
What are you
I'm
talking
telling
about?
you, Prince, Lucy, look, Finidi did.
then
okay.
why are they even playing their qualifiers?
Qualifying is the
If
best.
they
If
are
you don't want-
experimenting.
It's not that they are trying their luck.
They should go and play. So what are you saying? All right, guys, let's move on. So this issue has gone to the extent where
Yes.
now, like, you know, I think it's a developing story.
Yes,
So
yes.
now, when he resigned, a newspaper or a online portal reported that Finidi said, or they had a source that said Finidi said that Osimhen, you know, that he cannot force Osimhen to play ball.
But I thought he was injured.
Yes,
You get
Osimhen
it,
was
and
injured.
I think that was the reason why Osimhen also got upset because he read or he was told about the information, and then he just went straight online, and then he was mad that Finidi had to say that because he had told Finidi that he was not well, he was injured, so he doesn't understand why Finidi will go and say something like that.
So let me chip in something. If
And a lot of people are
let's
calling
say
on Osimhen to
he
apologize.
shouldn't apologize.
He
Why-
should
why-
apologize.
Why?
He
Why?
should-
Why?
he should
Why?
apologize.
Why
He
should
should-
he
he
apologize?
should- he should
Make your
apologize.
point. Make your
Why?
point.
I'm your coach, and I tell you, Zapata, I can't force Zapata to play football. I can't force
Yeah,
Zapata.
that's
How will you
fact.
react?
Wait.
And you've communicated to me that you are injured. You've spoken to my doctor.
The best way to react is to call the coach and ask, coach.
No.
The best way to react as
The
a player.
coach is trying
you
to
have to be
tarnish
professional.
You have to be professional.
Listen,
You can't just-
listen.
You finish.
We are
to-
humans.
Listen to you.
We are humans. If you per this guy,
Yeah, because if
Osimhen's issue,
Osimhen is sick, can coach force him to play with sick?
coach
No,
cannot force
the
him.
coach can the coach can force him to play. But here in the case, the coach can force him to play. But here in this case, you've heard rumor, not even a video or not even the coach speaking.
Newspaper.
It's just a rumor you heard that the coach said so and so.
And
as a professional player,
per the rumor, do you know what the citizens were writing in the comment sections?
you see,
But did you hear it from the?
Did you hear it from the-
recently? Recently, Akwabwa also.
Yeah,
Akwabwa
Akwabwa.
TV3 reported that he said he left all his baby mama to marry a virgin. He himself he came and commented that because he was wondering when he said that.
No, but in this situation, let's say you just take your phone,
Yeah.
you go to social media. That Fab, for instance,
Yeah.
let's say you just take your phone, you go to social media. Ghana Web has posted something about your business. How will you react?
I'm going to call them to find out. You don't. I'm going to ask professionally.
We are all human beings.
No.
No.
That's why you are a professional.
You see, you should do all these things. When you are done, then maybe you go to the social media. When you feel like maybe
perfect. Even social media. Why are you going to social media?
Why is that the coach hasn't also come out to clear out his name that like he didn't say that?
Because maybe
he's a professional.
He's a
professional. He's a professional.
No.
Maybe he's reacting professionally. I'm not supporting what maybe.
The example you just gave about this guy, the musician Akwaba. So Akwaba retweeting saying, "Hey, so meaning he too is not a professional."
He was surprised at the news. He just
so
said,
the coach also has to come out and clear his name.
Let me come there. Let me come there. You see, one, Osimhen heard something.
Yeah.
And I don't know if the coach has said whether he has said it or not. Yeah. So you've heard something. I agree with Zapata on it. First and foremost, I'm supposed to call the coach. I'm not sure whether the coach has actually admitted that he said that or not. I'm supposed to call the coach. Hello, coach, this and this and this in a professional manner. I don't know whether you understand. So if, let's say, the coach should, you just solve it. But when you come to social media, I feel like he was being triggered by what the people were saying. The fans were commenting about him on social media. I think he was a bit triggered. That was why he came out there to vent his anger. So I believe that if the coach really said that, then the coach was so wrong to put it out there in the press. And Osimhen, what Osimhen did,
according to the source, the coach didn't say it like in a press conference. So he said he told someone.
They said their source.
So to me, I'm coming.
And it might be true.
That's what I'm saying. If the coach really did that, then I expect Finidi George to apologize to Osimhen. But Osimhen is totally wrong. 100%.
He's not wrong.
Let me tell you something.
He's not wrong.
This is Africa. Let's forget what is going on in Apti and all this. This is our culture. Look, you can't talk to an elder man like that. No matter what.
Excuse me.
We are in Africa. Look, I know that
some elderly people, they don't deserve some respect.
No. You don't do that.
If let's say you do something wrong, a child will tell you his
mind. No, the child. Look, that is. You see, that's what I'm saying. That this is Africa, our culture. It's because of this foreign thing. Like I agree with you. What we see and we feel like we have every right. I'm telling you, there are times that in Africa, we are in Africa here. There are times that even our parents they will do something and they are wrong. But can you open your mouth and tell them that? That's how we're brought up in Africa.
Yes.
So no matter who you are, Osimhen, you can trace your root back to Africa. And in Africa, you don't talk to an elderly person like that. Osimhen, you were born in 1998. Finidi George is more like a father to you. No matter what he has done, you could have solved it professionally.
He ended
he even called him Finidi. Like he called him like Finidi as if he's his colleague. You understand? I know that look.
Sometimes like that's why I keep saying we are all human.
That's why he needs to apologize.
He has to apologize.
The coach
has
Finidi
to come
George
out and clarify
look,
things.
Regardless of the thing, let's go back to Africa.
Well, you know one funny thing. I remembered one time Napoli posted a coconut video of Osimhen,
Spalletti sacked him. Did he talk back at Spalletti?
No, you should know where we are coming from.
That issue you guys are misquoting. The sacking issue was Osimhen came to the training ground. He was doing something. It wasn't about the coconut.
I know. Okay, he was doing something. I didn't even agree. But then Spalletti asked him to go. Did he talk back?
Osimhen was at fault. He was at fault.
To be honest, that's what I'm saying. I stand to be corrected. Whether Finidi, I know we have people watching and everything, so I stand to be corrected. Whether Coach Finidi has actually admitted if he had done that or not. No, but even if he has done that, look, Osimhen acted unprofessionally.
No. Fab.
Very true. He acted unprofessionally.
That's what I'm saying. Let's forget. Prince, let's take ourselves back to Africa, our roots.
I've seen videos. Africa. I've seen videos.
Yes.
Osimhen and the doctor. The video called the coach, explaining to him about his injury. There are videos of it.
I don't doubt.
I don't doubt. That's why the coach didn't.
My doctor has contacted him.
I don't doubt what you are saying. Look. Everything he has proven. I'm saying that.
Are
you sure whether Finidi has said that or not?
This is what I think.
He needs to come out and clarify things.
I think that is where Osimhen should have, taken the portal with a pinch of salt.
Yes.
Because if you've told somebody about your injury, how come the person is saying this about you? You get the point I'm trying to be.
So that's where Osimhen to go angry.
And if you get, I'm saying that he's your father.
Osimhen should be angry.
Finidi is your father.
Let's talk one after the other.
Finidi is your father. You don't talk to your father like that.
Prince, what I'm saying is that Osimhen has the right to be angry.
Yes.
But what you should do, no, you don't even control it. What you should do is,
Call the person.
coach.
It happens.
Find out if he truly said that.
No, but if you don't control it, that's what.
Yeah.
It's very, very true.
So
Like,
So that was very unprofessional.
so I felt going online
to do it wasn't
speaking those stuffs. No, it's very unprofessional because
definitely.
maybe you may have a laugh
No, you
from other
said
club
we
coaches.
are human beings. We
We
are
are human
human
beings.
beings.
Yes.
And everybody and the way they handle how
if
angry they are.
let's say
But I'm
you've
saying that what he
explained
did was
things-
extremely childish. Look, Finidi is your father. That's what I'm saying. That let's forget about we are living abroad, human rights and all those things. Look, Charlie, in Africa here, your uncle or your auntie or your elder brother can do something to you. And look, you'll be so angry that you can't open your mouth and talk to your uncle or auntie.
Very true.
At the end of the day, you have to even go and apologize. to them.
Apologize.
Look, you see, and especially we are part of the world. It's very hard.
So
You see, the Gomba father even apologizing to the
So
child.
initially, you realize that a lot of people were behind Osimhen.
Yes.
And I think it was because they didn't know the facts of the matter.
Yeah.
A lot of people felt that, I mean,
Coach
there was
Finidi
a
wasn't being fair
substantiated
to him, yes.
report
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
I mean, he had.
And per the video I saw, like within the video call they were having, Osimhen asked him, "Coach, should I come and let's say even motivate the boys?"
No,
We are
that's
not
not the
saying,
that's not
look,
the point.
look,
the
look,
point,
look,
the
wait.
point is that let's
Everything. We are not
where-
saying Osimhen is
Osimhen
lying.
is
no.
wrong,
We are just saying
wrong.
that the way he handled the issue
issue
was very
online.
childish and unprofessional.
Because first of all, he should have known whether he actually said that.
Yes.
You get the point.
And you are
as I
one
was
of the
saying-
star boys in the team.
As I was saying, and I also,
And he
I
has
also
destroyed the dressing room.
dressing
like
room.
that.
I
So
also
the
agree.
coach should come
Guys,
out and
let's stop one
clarify
after
that.
that.
Yeah.
Let's stop one after that. I also agree with the point you made earlier that I think Osimhen got triggered by some of these people coming at him. I mean, with some of these rumors they hear, because at the end of the day, we are all human.
Yeah.
The moment you get to hear, because I think it's even in the video he made, I think he made mention of how people are, just talking about him. I mean, saying all of these negative things about him. So that was where he got triggered. And I think it's not just about Finidi's issue. It's a lot of other things that
issues
like
are
people are saying, or people thinking that he's actually well and not wanting to play for Nigeria and all of that. But then, as you said again, as a professional, you should learn to manage your anger.
Very true.
You should, because if you are not able to manage your anger, you won't be able to go very far in your whatever you are doing.
Yeah.
The first thing, because it's not as if you
It's
don't
even my
have.
first time even hearing his voice.
It's not like
Osimhen.
it's not as if you don't even
I
have.
hardly even,
You don't have the number of the coach. You've been talking with him. So once the issue happened,
Approach him.
First of all, make sure you know whether that is actually true. Before, if that was true, and you also got angry, and you came out to say that. For me, I would have backed you.
I would have backed you,
But
sir.
right now, you are not sure whether it's actually
So
true.
what if the coach really said
What
it?
if? That's why you're bringing what
That's
if.
the
But have
point.
you even approached him to know
That is the
what
point.
if?
And yours is not what if. You have come out to
To
insult
say
him.
because you know it is.
You get it.
Yeah.
So that is where the issue is. If he had known for sure,
But to me,
and
I
has
don't-
gotten like maybe a video or a proof to show that the coach has actually said that. And you see, if he had even come out to say it on a very soft note, it could have passed. But he was very hard on the coach.
Yeah.
I mean, saying all sorts of things.
Yes.
You get it.
Yes,
If you had
yes.
said, "Oh, I had this about," I had this
But he was very sure,
information,
yeah.
and I don't know if actually Finidi George
So
said
that's-
that or
that's
not.
why I'm
but
saying-
if he said that was not true,
Yeah.
I never. I mean, on that note, nobody would have said you should apologize.
Very, very true.
But he spoke as
overdid
if
things.
like he was very sure of the information. He was very sure.
No,
of the
but
video.
Prince, even
So-
if he's very sure, even if he's
Yeah,
very sure, I'm
yeah.
saying that
You
no
shouldn't
matter
still
what.
talk to,
no,
yeah,
it's all,
yeah.
look, Osimhen. There are times in Nigeria, in Italy, when Osimhen he dresses like a Nigerian, typical
Yeah,
African
yeah,
boy.
because
And,
you want
you
people
are
to
from
know where you
Africa.
come from, yeah.
Good, you are from Africa. In Africa, you see, that's why there are some
And
cases.
you know what?
Sometimes
I actually got
if we are going
reports
to use
that,
this African mentality,
no,
thing,
Charlie,
we won't
it
go
works.
forward,
Why wouldn't we move forward?
Won't move
That's what
forward.
has shaped
That's
us.
why we are
I
always
also got
behind.
reports
Well,
that
how are we behind? That's what has shaped. Because Africa, we're brought in a way, we're raised in a way to respect our elders, no matter what.
Actually,
you see, that's why there are some
okay.
cases. There are some cases even in Tamale. We don't even go to court. We settle it at the chief palace. Because that's how we are brought up.
Yeah.
And look, if we take the African culture, it will even take us further than this thing.
It
But
won't take us
the-
anywhere.
I think the
It won't
twist
take
of the
us
whole
anywhere.
thing is that I actually also had reports that Finidi actually called Osimhen when this thing happened.
Yes.
And they had a conversation. So probably, I'm sure,
After-
they might have sorted things out. Finidi might have, Osimhen might have apologized. You never know. So let's. I
So
think let's just keep-
what I'm saying, Finidi too has to
It's not serious.
apologize.
This is the African
But
mentality,
if
we don't
he
think
hasn't
that's
done,
fine.
if he hasn't said that, how
No,
is it?
yeah. it makes sense. It makes sense.
Mentality will not help us. Go to Europe.
It's not helping us. We know the situation.
So I think I agree.
So we should throw away our African culture.
See the cultures which are not
joking.
helping. We should throw it away and adapt other things.
And I think these are some of the things that actually downplay the how do you call it, the standards of our local coaches. Because if you actually can do this to a coach, I mean, at the end of the day,
perfect.
Yes,
What message are you sending across to the other players? That's what I'm saying. That Osimhen has ruined the team totally. And you know, football is.
I think he
has.
And a lot of people
Osimhen was the best thing.
A lot of people actually thinks that he owes the whole of Nigeria an apology, not just the coach, because this. When it comes to the national team, Nigerians hold it dear to their heart.
No, you see,
so when you
he has distracted
some of these
He
things,
has.
and
They could
these
be
things
the
happen.
distraction.
He has distracted
No
it.
disrespect to Osimhen,
What has he
but I
done?
think he got it wrong. He should. You don't.
My issue
That's why
is
it's social media. You don't operate on social media based on hearsay.
Yeah.
And even the reports you are reading, isn't even the one saying it. They also heard it from somewhere, from a source that they didn't disclose.
What if the source is right?
That
The
is
coach
why-
really said
That's
it.
why you are using the word what if. It's a probability.
All right, guys. I think
Yeah.
we should go on. We should go on.
Yeah.
So I think Osimhen should just. I mean, even if Osimhen is right, Osimhen should still apologize because
He's
you are
your
just a
father.
young- You are just a young guy.
And he's your father.
and-
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Finidi is
Yeah.
your father.
Yeah, we can. Let's even assume that Finidi said it. We can assume that he didn't do well, but Osimhen should have, as a child.
But
should
Finidi
be-
also he has to
I like
accept,
that. Praise.
accept that he
Praise.
has not
That's
done
what-
well.
Praise. That's what
Before
I've been
the
talking
child,
about all
he
that
has to
while.
apologize.
You see, as an African,
Yeah.
once you are the
Imagine,
child,
just imagine Osimhen, like imagine somebody else doing this to Osimhen's father. How will you feel as a son? You get what I'm trying to say.
The father
So I think,
then the father didn't do well.
So, yes,
Nobody's saying the
you
father
see that
didn't
point?
do well.
You see, in
Bassett,
Africa, that's one thing I love
Yeah.
about this thing you
Yeah.
made mention of. There are ways Osimhen could have still addressed his issue without people faulting him.
Exactly.
You get it as a
And,
you should know how to speak.
That's why
those
we don't.
days, Praise,
That's
your mother,
why we don't move
you
forward.
Praise,
no.
you see,
No,
look
but
at
what
this.
do you mean by what?
If let's say
Praise
an
like those
elderly
days,
person
your mom will beat you
Yeah.
up for
No
very
reason.
then later you know how she'll apologize. She'll just cut food for you again. But can you tell your mother something like that or your father?
Yeah, no,
look in
no,
Africa, look, Bassett. Let me tell you something. Africa, look, we are brought up in a way. Look, Bassett, you and I, we practice it. I'm probably older than you. Bassett, you don't talk to me anyhow. I'm not the one telling you that, Bassett. But from the way you look at me, there's a way you I don't know whether you get what I'm saying.
But if you mess about it,
And that's fine. It depends on what I do. If
it's true.
Bassett, there are things I can do to you. You can let's be fair. here.
yes, it's
That's what I'm
take
saying.
it,
That
yeah.
and maybe
Tell Bassett that if you don't want this
I'll
culture,
react.
go. You just
But
go
you
find
see,
passport.
Give me passport.
in the European countries and all those things, they don't have that too.
Yeah,
Even
problem.
here, look, if Bassett hadn't even known me, and Bassett had met you, or even Zapata hadn't known me, or among the three, between the three of us, I'm probably even older. Zapata might have even called me Mr. or this thing. Or Mbe.
How would I call you, Mister? Me, man.
You understand? But outside Europe,
Just
not
mention your
you
name.
you see an old man, 90 years, be Sam.
Hello, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
How are you? How are you doing?
Like I remember the first time I had an encounter with a white man. He came to UDS for a program. When I approached him, look, I didn't know what when he, hi. I couldn't even say it because I felt like this man is older than me. What if I say hi? He'll feel like I'm disrespecting him. You know, in Africa we greet first. So I greeted him. Good afternoon. You see, that's the thing. And the African thing, you are an African boy. He's your father. No matter what he has done, there was a way you could have approached him. And Finidi having those foreign distance would have even apologized to you first, and then that's it. But you came and you started ranting and all those things. I don't want us to go back there again. It wasn't right.
You know, Finidi went to Europe before yourself.
You can go to Europe and you won't succeed.
All right, guys. You guys are talking about.
But what has
Nigeria.
Finidi won? Look, Finidi is more decorated than Osimhen.
wow.
What? Tell me what he has won.
guys,
Just
I'm not
go.
from the Napoli.
Napoli,
Student. What has he won?
What has Finidi won? Finidi, what has he won? What?
You don't want to leave.
I don't know. I think
No,
he's
but-
having an issue with Finidi.
They should sack him.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Yes,
Yes.
See, their previous matches,
gone
you have
before.
you have Boniface.
He's acting like Zapata today.
You have players like Boniface. This guy Chukwuezenko, you bench them
bench them.
and be playing some players from
So you think he
Turkish
should
league
go?
and
He has
they sack
already
him.
left.